Hey guys, it's LEGO Boy Z3. This is my review on the Cubetwist and Shengshou Square-1. Okay, and so before we get into this video, I'm just going to address a question that I'm sure some of you have already asked yourself. Why am I reviewing these two different cubes in the same video? And the reason for them is, you see, this is the Shengshou right here. This is a Cubetwist. I've conveniently labeled them for my own convenience. They're exactly the same. And I'll get into this a little bit more near the end of the video, but look at this. All the sticker shades exactly the same. Like that. All the pieces are exactly the same, which I'll show you later. And look at the boxes. These are the two boxes that they came in. They're completely different. This one's Cubetwist, this one is Shengshou. And so if you want to buy either of these cubes, I'd recommend getting this one on cubesforspeed.com. Cubes for Speed doesn't sell this one, but they do sell the Shengshou one for $8. And so I'd recommend getting that one because it's cheaper. On the Cubicle, if you really want this one, it's $9 along with this one, which is also $9. So take your pick. As for a couple of comparisons, you can see on this axis it's 57mm on both cubes, exactly the same as a normal 3x3, but on this axis it's a little bit smaller because of just the geometry of the Square-1. And as for the sticker shades, it's exactly the same as the Shengshou shades. And so that actually confuses things a little bit because the Shengshou cube came after the Cubetwist one, but they both use the Shengshou shades. So yeah, whatever. The sticker quality on both of them is fine, by the way. As for the turning of this cube, you can hear this cube is kind of like rough. It's kind of smooth, but it's still not the best turning. Well, this one is very smooth, and it's not as rough turning as the other one, but that's just because I've lubed this cube, but I haven't lubed this one. And so yeah, pretty much with a little bit of lube and breaking in, if you can even tell the difference between these two, it turns from this into this. This one's quite a bit smoother and quite a bit better feeling. The speed of it isn't really that fast, but that doesn't really matter because you're not going to be using this cube for speed cubing, and that's for one reason: it has zero corner cutting. And so if you want to do it on this axis, like corner cut like this, it'll do nothing, just nothing at all. But if you want to do it on this axis, it will feel like it's going to turn, but it'll just pop. And this of course happens on both cubes. So you see this is a Cubetwist over here with its pieces, and this is the Shengshou. I'll try and control this a little bit. Pop. And so now I guess we can talk about the mechanism. Without mixing up these pieces, you can see this is an edge piece on the Shengshou. This is an edge piece on the Cubetwist. And so you see, if we just get an up-close shot, they're both exactly the same. In fact, if I were to mix up two pieces and put one piece in the wrong cube, I literally would not notice. I might have actually done it at this point. I really don't know, because you see the pieces are exactly the same. They both fit into each other cube. And yes, they are different cubes, but they are identical. If you'd like to compare the mechanism to a better turning Square-1, you can see here, these are the two cubes here. This is a piece of them, and this is a piece of a Chi Square-1. And so you see here, the pieces look pretty similar, but actually they're pretty different. On these two cubes, there's just a little cylindrical track that the pieces all ride around on, right in there. And so when you have the track not lining up with the other track, the pieces will just come flying out. But on this one, it's more of a spherical shape, and so the pieces can just go right from one side to the other, just like this. So corner cutting on the Chi Square-1, which is why I definitely would recommend this cube over these two. And so now that I'm pretty much done with everything else, I'm just going to take a second to talk about why I think these cubes are exactly the same. And so there's a couple of different things that I thought of. One, these cubes could actually be the same cube from the same brand, and I just got the wrong package for some reason. But I think that's pretty unlikely because both someone else on YouTube did a review like this, and he mentioned that they are exactly the same. And I have the package from both cubes. This is a cube that I got a really long time ago, and you see here, it has Cubetwist brand, and this is the Shengshou logo, and this came with this cube. And so I really don't think it was a mistake with me getting these cubes because they are in different boxes that they came in, and they're from different brands and everything. So another option that I think might have happened is that Shengshou knocked off the Cubetwist brand. I noticed on the Cubicle that this was released like 2 years after this cube, which is interesting because they're exactly the same. And so I'm not really sure about this option because the pieces do seem exactly the same, like no defects on this cube over this cube at all. They are exactly the same. So maybe it's not the most likely scenario, but it could be. But I don't really think that's much of an option either because they both use the Shengshou color scheme. And so why would this cube that came before have the Shengshou color scheme if they were completely made separately. And I don't think Shengshou could have just copied it perfectly as they must have done to copy it like this, because it's just exactly the same. And so what I think might be more likely is that these are actually the same cube, but they're just branded differently. And so some company, some factory just made a bunch of these cubes, and they released some of them under the Shengshou brand, and some of them under the Cubetwist brand, the Cubetwist before the Shengshou, and they just happen to be different brands, but they're actually just the same cube. So that's what I think the most likely explanation to this situation is. Really, I don't know. If you have any insight, definitely leave a comment down below, because I know some of you might know a little bit more than I do on this. But for the most part, I would definitely recommend getting actually a Qi Square-1, which is back here, because it just turns a lot better. You can check out my review on this on my channel, but I definitely recommend this one over these two. But if you still want to buy them, definitely get the Shengshou, because it's cheaper on cubes for speed. But if you want this one, or if you want to buy something from the Cubicle, then they're both $9 from there. And yeah, I believe this one may be a little bit more expensive, but it'll end up being around the same once you have to pay for shipping for these two cubes, because you have to pay for shipping on both of those sites if it's not over $10, which these ones aren't, but this one is. But really, they're okay budget cubes. They're nothing spectacular. This one was one of the first Square ones, not the first, of course, but it was an okay cube for its time, but there's better things that have came out since then. But anyway, if you like this video, leave a like down below. Also, if you have any insight onto this situation that I was talking about earlier, leave a comment down below. Also, leave some suggestions down in the comments for other videos and reviews that I can make like this in the future. And also stay subscribed to be notified when another video like this comes out. I'll see you guys next time.